flashy kind of, yes, Strangler Lewis is a hell of a hooker. He was a great wrestler. He knew all of the tricks. But whether or not Ed Don George would have been completely, so intimidated, considering he was one of the best pure wrestlers on the planet, I don't know. So in the book, I go through several historians and several documents that kind of play these things against each other. We really don't know entirely what was planned. We think we do. But it's really interesting to look at the complexities of that match, because the match only sold out maybe 30 to 40% of capacity. It wasn't a sellout. The newspapers were reporting, well, Ed Don George is going to win because Strangler Lewis is old and washed up. There was really no interest in the fans in seeing Strangler Lewis as champion again. But it was a swerve. It was a surprise. Whether it was a true screw job or exactly what it is, we just have some different opinions on that. But that's what I explore a lot in the book.
So this was just a control from the Thez camp, this Lewis camp. This was just to strictly get control of the title. It wasn't like,
Exactly.
there's some people who say, well, I'm the bigger star. I need to get the title because I'm going to make money. But like I said, this is one thing about this story that's always, I've always had questions about, as far as, like you mentioned, it's like Lewis was old, and while he may have known all the tricks, it's like, it also seems to me like Ed Don wasn't someone you'd want to test yourself against, especially at that stage of the game.
Yeah, exactly. And Ed Don was the kind of guy now, after the Wayne Munn incident, basically, where he was taken advantage of, he was the kind of guy that Paul Bowser, the promoter, wanted to have because he could take care of himself. And he could. Eventually, the title was orchestrated back onto Don. He ended up having 3 runs with Paul Bowser's championship, really up until 1939. But during that time, he was having sellouts with Dan O'Mahony, with Jim Londos. He was doing very well. Strangler Lewis was already past his peak at the time of that match, and lost the belt to Henry DeGlane very shortly afterwards up in Montreal, in another controversial match.
So what else makes Ed Don George historically significant and a fascinating story?
Again, I think that he was the kind of guy that could have been, in a different era, he would have been an MMA guy, a UFC guy. He had the wrestling background. He quickly adapted to pro wrestling in such a way. You look at somebody like Kurt Angle now, maybe even Jack Briscoe, somebody who was so accomplished on the amateur mats, who so quickly and seamlessly made the transition to the pro game. It's a very difficult thing to do. It's very hard to go from pure wrestling to becoming a showman and an entertainer. And very few wrestlers have been able to do it as seamlessly as Ed Don did. Again, the other thing, he ran for Erie County Sheriff at one point. He was so popular in his hometown of Buffalo that they convinced him to run for sheriff. He didn't really want to win, but he was kind of doing a favor. They needed a name on the ballot, and because of his celebrity, he did. He had a respectable showing, but didn't win. But again, he was a guy who was drawing crowds of 30,000 people or more during the Great Depression. So in an era where people didn't have, oftentimes money for food or basic necessities, he was still drawing in these packed houses during that decade. There was a line in one of the obituaries after he passed that he had competed in front of more fans than the Buffalo Bills had, at that point.
Right.
And it's true. During his relatively short career, he traveled the world, 3 world championships, ended up retiring with plenty of money and helping kind of raise his sons, being a family man for his nieces and nephews, and just being the patriarch of this very large family. So he was just this really, he's a guy that his wrestling career didn't define who he was. He shone for a very fairly brief time, but shone very prominently and then stepped aside. And that's very rare to see in pro wrestling even today.
Now, let's say I'm a new fan. I've jumped on the WWE wave that we've seen the past 5 years or whatever it's been. Why would I want to read this book?
Well, a couple things. Number one, I think that like you were talking about earlier about pro wrestling magazines, the thing that enhances your appreciation for wrestling is often knowing its history or knowing what goes on beyond what you see on TV. Because you said, Michael Cole or other people may give you some history, but it's often not correct or filtered through a certain perspective. No, I mean, all history is filtered through somebody's perspective, but you know what I mean. I think that knowing the history and knowing where the championships have come from and the disputes during the 1930s between rival promoters and why it was so important for people to protect kayfabe or be able to take care of themselves in the ring. It wasn't always what we have now, but these were things that became fundamental to the wrestling business for the 20th century, basically. So I think that it helps you understand what wrestling is and what it was a lot more, but it's also just great stories. It's great stories of somebody who went from the collegiate ranks and as an Olympian made it to the top level and what he did at that point.
We got a couple of minutes. Can you tell us another quick Ed Don George story?
Another quick Ed Don George story.
Sure.
Well, I think the best is there was always with Ed Don George and during that era, you had rival claimants to the world title. And it kind of changes throughout the 1930s, and you see it many times over. But you see these super cards, these super matchups. And one of them is Ed Don George against Jim Londos. Dan O'Mahony was another one. But where you had rival groups recognizing rival world champions, and it just built this so much drama and excitement about these two guys facing off and whether or not there would be one.
The 6.5 or 26.5 in the second half of that game.
Live total 57 and hook for that right now. Georgia 4 of 30 total points. Our ranked team in action, at least it kicked at noon Eastern time. The number 2 team in the nation, Indiana, on the road in State College, taking on Penn State. We are waiting perhaps for that spark for the Nittany Lions, with all the talent still remaining on the roster at some point under interim head coach Terry Smith. Hasn't really happened just yet. Indiana closed as a 14.5-point road favorite in Beaver Stadium. They're up by double digits at the half, 17-7. IU in front, taking advantage of a Penn State turnover in the final 2 minutes of that first half in scoring their second touchdown of the day. That live line now 16.5 in favor of IU. That live total 47 and a hook. Dustin and I both invested in this game already. We jumped on Indiana laying 9.5 live, and then Dustin saw the number somehow, some way dropped to 7.5 only in favor of the Hoosiers. He doubled down. Indiana in front by 10. What do you think the second half looks like in Beaver Stadium?
Yeah, I have a question futures-wise when it comes to Indiana, and I want to make a comparison real quick. But with that second half line being Indiana minus 6.5, 23.5, I think Indiana covers. I don't think Penn State's going to score a lot. They're going to settle for field goals here. I don't know if they're capable of scoring touchdowns, but let's just look at the national title odds real quickly. Indiana is 4.5 to 1. They're the second shot on the board. Texas Tech is 19 to 1 where I'm looking right now. You brought it up earlier in the show. In what world is that the disparity between these two teams talent-wise? I don't believe that's correct. And the rest of the way for Texas Tech, schedule's easy. Rest of the way for the schedule for Indiana, it is easy. We're talking about Texas Tech's third in scoring offense, Indiana's 1. But they're very close, 43.6 versus 46.4. Scoring defense, Texas Tech is 5th, Indiana is 3rd. In terms of running the football, we're talking Indiana's 4. My point is, you look at the numbers. These two teams are very similar. They are very closely matched. And I think that Texas Tech is being disrespected because the perception of the Big 12 is not that of a national title contender. That would be false. Right. We were very close to Arizona State going on a miraculous run last year, almost coming back against Texas to win that game in the playoff. And instead, we're looking at the Big 12 this year continuing to get disrespect. Ben, tell me how that makes sense, that the disparity in numbers from 4.5 to 1 to 19 to 1 on two teams where the numbers bear out, they are very similarly dominant.
Both of these two teams, Dustin, as we shared earlier, 2 of the 4 in the country that rank top 10 in scoring offense and in scoring defense, lethal and elite on both sides. I think Indiana deserves that respect, but there is no doubt the Red Raiders deserve even more than what they are seeing. 20.5 or 20-1, I should say, as we entered week 11 of this college football season. The Red Raiders are not just a beneficiary of winning the Big 12 and earning an automatic bid. But good luck, kid. You're not going to win a game in the college football playoff. Texas Tech is built to win games in the college football playoff because, at least in my opinion, how good the defensive line and front seven is in Lubbock. I think there's a lot of value on Texas Tech, and the path bears out for both. Maybe be earning that opening round bye in the CFP. We'll get back to all these halftime numbers in just a matter of moments. But of course, we remind you, as the official horse racing partner of VSiN, First Bet is built for bettors who demand more. First Bet isn't just about placing a bet. It's about helping bettors of all levels with proprietary AI handicapping tools that provide data-driven insights to help you make smarter bets. Right now, you can take advantage of their limited time $250 sign-up offer to claim your bonus. Use promo code VSiN250 when you sign up in the First Bet app or at firstbet.com. That's promo code VSiN250. Live Bet Saturday on a college football Saturday is back next.
Find what you love, love what you find. A total wine and more. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Walk right through the door. It's all here to explore. With guides in the know and prices so low, it does your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Responsibly, B21.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-275-1728. That's 800.
You ever been injured in Nevada in a car crash, slip and fall, or because someone else was careless? In moments like that, what you do next really matters. That's why you need Lasso Injury Law. They're not your typical personal injury firm. They're a boutique law office that gives you one-on-one attention. At Lasso Injury Law, you're not just a case number. You're a real person with a real story, and they'll fight for you like family. Al was awarded part of the largest slip and fall case in the United States. He started this firm for a reason. His own brother was permanently disabled in a serious crash. He saw firsthand how the system can fail victims. He changed everything, left his business, went to law school, dedicated his life to helping people just like you. 20 years of experience, millions recovered. Al and his team bring passion and purpose to every case, whether you're local or coming from out of state. 702-625-8777. Free consultation. 702-625-8777. You won't hit voicemail. You'll reach a team that's ready to help. Lasso Injury Law, built on purpose, driven by results. He fights for you. LassoInjuryLaw.com. He's our lawyer. He's fantastic. Go get him out.
Dave Ross here, co-host of VSiN by the Books with my guy Jensen Lewis. Tune in on Monday. We're going to recap all the action from the weekend and preview the big Monday night game between the Eagles and the Packers. As always, we're going to be joined by our GM Marty Herney and NFL vet Lorenzo Alexander to get their analysis, and we'll get our best bets from the one and only Will Hill. VSiN by the Books, Monday 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Your favorite VSiN shows and personalities are now available to download as podcasts. Catch every hour of our live broadcast with VSiN Best Bets, or find your go-to show and download it directly. Get instant reactions to last night's games, sharp analysis on today's biggest matchups, and everything in between. Whether you're commuting, working out, or just catching up, VSiN lets you take the action with you wherever and whenever you want. Search VSiN on your favorite podcast platform and get in on the action with VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Casino in Las Vegas. Live it up with the world's largest sports.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world. Please stand by for a special presentation of Western Reserve Radio at westernreserveradio.com on the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
With a 2 p.m. puck drop scheduled. However, we are running behind. Obviously, the doubleheader will continue later on today at 5 p.m. as the Canton Akron Jets get back on the ice after being off for a couple of weeks. The Jets come in today with a record of 11-3, 56 goals for, 27 against. They were last in action at the Pittsburgh Fall Classic down in Pennsylvania, as they would drop their first game of the weekend by a score of 3-1, as you read this off the schedule. But from there, they would win 4 in a row to win that tournament. They would win that on Sunday against the very team they lost to on Friday, the Frederick Freeze. It would be Braden LaChance that would take over in the third period, down 3-0. He would come back and score 3 goals in the third period, also get an assist to Ollie Stagmeyer that would give the Canton Akron Jets the tournament win. For the Delta College Prep team, they are just starting their season here. According to myhockeyrankings.com, they are 1-2 on the season, 8 goals for, 15 against. They were last in action on October 11th as they would head up to Winterhurst to take on Team Ohio. They would split those games with Team Ohio, lose the first round 4-3, and then they would come back and win it by the very same score of 4-3. Plenty of live action here today on the iMedia1 network. The Grove City Wolverines over on Western Reserve Radio right now taking on Case Western. That game being played up in Cleveland. Mark Means, Ryan Briggs bringing you all the action from Case Western University as the Grove City Wolverines look to try to get into the NCAA Division III playoffs. They're going to need to win out for the rest of the season. Of course, last night here, the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week, round 2 of the OHSAA playoffs, as the Poland Bulldogs, they get the 35-14 win over the Liberty Leopards. And the McDonald Blue Devils, they knock off Warren JFK to move on in Division 7. Stay tuned to our social media. We'll have all the updates for you as we get ready for round 3. And Poland will head to Girard in a rematch to take on the Indians. Also last night, the Sioux Falls Stampede made the trip to Youngstown. And down at the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Phantoms would get the 6-2 win as they would convert on several power plays in that third period to finish off the Stampede. They will be back in action tonight. 5:45 airtime, 6:05 puck drop on Western Reserve Radio. Of course, you can listen to all the action with the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms, Matt Lipsack. Both teams on the ice here as we get ready for puck drop. Just about 3.5 minutes here left before we get through the warm-ups Canton Akron Jets in their white jerseys with the blue shoulders, the blue numbers, and the light blue outline. The dark blue pants with the light blue and white stripe down the side, and the navy blue helmets with the Canton Akron Jets logo on it. The Delta Prep team, they will come in with the green, white, and black jerseys, the black pants with the green and white stripes, and the black helmets, and the green, white, and black socks. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have the puck drop here from the Center Ice Sports Complex in Jackson Township. You are listening to Canton Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
During the fall and winter,
Lena's Pierogi House is your home. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Passion. Passion.
You missed his new haircut because you were busy not missing hockey. Never miss a goal with live game stories, only in the NHL app.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Big, big, big. It's a big deal. You get one medium hot or iced coffee and 2 delicious wake-up wraps. It's the biggest deal in breakfast. It's Dunkin's $5 meal deal.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Puck drop here, the Canton Akron Jets and the Delta College Prep team out of Columbus. Canton Akron Jets are coached by Sean Houston, and the Delta College Prep team coached by Mitch Gillespie. Canton Akron will start out on our left. They'll move left to right. Delta will move right to left. As we get ready to get back on the ice here, Canton Akron Jets have been off for a little while. They're going to shake the rust off here as the Delta College Prep team, again, only 3 games into the season, get ready for a doubleheader here today. Their last trip to Cleveland was a doubleheader here, so 2 out of their 3 games played on one day. As we'll try to get you who's going to start in net for both teams. The officials call for them. So to our left for the Canton Akron Jets, it will be the senior out of Poland Seminary High School, Connor Mold, getting the start in net. As we try to get you a number here for Delta Prep. And that'll be Alexander Tack. That will start for the Delta College Prep team. This moment's we're being underway here. Braden LaChance. He'll take the face off for Canton Akron. And Canton Akron will win this one. They'll drift back in their own defensive zone, send it through center, and it'll be Delta College Prep with it. Be Guadano. With it, he'll have it knocked away by LaChance, and he'll have to shift back into the defensive zone and reset. Delta through center. They'll go off a few sticks here and end up on the wing of the Canton Akron Jets. Back through center. Looking for a shot on goal. Pad save by Connor Mold. Be to the left. LaChance now have it poked away. He'll have to send this run around the kick plate. Barbieri there to pick it up. To the right of Mold. He'll bring it through the defensive zone and through center. Doris with the puck now, but he'll be picked by Lucas Milne. Milne taking the angle, shot blocker side save by Mold. 2 stops here as we were just underway. 14-10 left here, 15-minute periods for these teams. A chance now trying to bring it through center, and he'll have Doris to his right. 2-on-2 now. They'll take the shot. It's going to be a stick save by Tack. Puck back out to the blue line, and it'll be Morrow. Tried to keep it in, but it's going to be shot down ice. Should be icing coming up against the Delta team. Craven in there to pick it up, however. A poor toss to the official, and the official will have to chase the puck. So we'll drop this one to the left of the Delta College Prep netminder. Actually going to switch it to go to the right. Rossi Nicely will take the face-off for Canton Akron. Vendetto or Delta. This one shift to our near side. It'll head out the center. Max Morrow there. He'll take a shot from behind. Lenko pushing him off the puck. And that puck will sail to the near side here. Craven from the defensive zone. Looking for a target. He'll send it D to D. Get it over to Morrow. Morrow off the boards. We'll send it through center. Delta will have it back in their own defensive zone. They'll reset it. They'll go D to D and work. Past the blue lines here. And puck sailing to the far side is Lenko. We'll chase it down for Delta. And Morrow trying to knock him off the puck. Loose behind Connor Mold. And in the slot now, it's just sitting there. Craven tried to get to it. However, he'll be beat out. All right, Jonas Farman. This one will sail out to center for Delta. Delta drifting backwards. Tyler Benson there. Put some pressure on. Delta out to center. He'll drop it, but it'll be Balestrino there for Canton Akron. He'll bank this one off the board. Try to get it to Ethan Bell, but it'll sail down behind the goal line. As Tack now will set this one up. He'll get some pressure from Bell. And sticks will go flying. Balestrino will lose his twig, and it's going to be Pryor. They will set up from the defensive zone, try to get to the center. Puck sat there a minute, couldn't pick it up. And Milne will send it back to the defensive zone for the Delta team. Blusack with the puck. They'll drop this one. They'll try to get it back out through the circles and back out to center. Lucas Black on the ice. He'll knock him off the puck, and it'll be Simpson with it. He'll send it around the kick plate for Delta. The puck will end up to the right of Connor Mold, working from behind the goal line. And back out to the top of the circles. They'll go D to D from the left side. Takes a shot, swallowed up by Mold. 11:55 left here. First period, no score. And Akron again getting back on the ice after a couple-week layoff. They'll drop this one to the left of Mold. Send this one out to Delta. Delta from the blue line going to take a shot, glove save, and we'll get the whistle. Shots on goal already, 4-1 in favor of the Delta College Prep team. They'll drop this one to the left of Mold. That'll be Dab with the face-off. He'll take the shot from the blue line. It'll go wide right of Mold. Deacon Johnson now down the near boards. He'll lose the puck and picked up by Simpson. Simpson getting into the zone, but it's going to be an offside call against Delta. And the clock will stop with 11:39 left here in the first period. Both teams going for a mass change. And this one will be dropped just outside the Jets' defensive zone. Right in front of us, actually. Puck out the center. It'll be gloved down by Waldschmidt and brought into the zone for Delta. Out to center. Canton Akron will chip this one out the center. That'll be LaChance. Craven down to the far right corner. To the far left corner, our left. As it'll sail out to center, picked up by Delta. That'll be Lenko. Lenko had it taken away by LaChance, but it's going to be offside. LaChance going to have to vacate the zone. Delta will set up from their own defensive zone and try to get it back out. It'll be Benedetto with the puck. Couldn't handle it. Chance there as well. Ollie Stagmeyer for Canton Akron there as well. Stagmeyer now from behind the net. Attack. Back out to the slot. LaChance takes a shot. Glove save. Beautiful save by the Delta netminder with 10:45 left here, first period. Shot it from the high slot right into the glove. Face off to the right of Tack. Rossi Nicer trying with the backhand. Couldn't get away. It'll be brushed away. Right Tack. Delta bringing it through center. Lenko. Take a shot from the right side. Blocker side saved by Mold. Craven trying to clear it out of the zone. He'll take a bump from a couple of players. They'll keep it in the zone for Delta. Bertrand sending it back down behind there. And it will drift in front of Mold and then be sent to the far board. Tyler Benson trying to get to it. And Craven now through center. Trying to get into the zone. He'll chip this one all the way down around the board. It's going to be Tyler Benson on the far side. Benson trying to get to it. He'll run into some traffic. And Sip takes a shot. Blocker side save by Tack. Sip making his return after an injury just recently. Barbieri from the blue line now will send this one around the kick plate. Gage Weaver coming along the boards, trying to pick that one up, but it'll sail back out the center. And Canton Akron will have it. Barbieri will bring it back into the zone as Canton Akron will go for a change. However, he's going to lose it. And they'll send this one across the ice over to Benedetto. Sebastian Benedetto will send this one down into the Jets defensive zone as they go for a change. And Connor Mold will send this one out to Ethan Bell. And it's going to ricochet and head up over the glass and out of play. Clock will stop. 9:31 left here, first period. We are scoreless here in game one of this doubleheader. The faceoff will come to the right of Connor Mold. Lucas Milne or Delta take this one against Lucas Black. Black, interestingly enough, played in a playoff game last night as this puck will sail up into the rafters. Lucas Black playing for the West Branch Warriors in Beloit. Last night, they get the win and move on in the playoffs. So the two-sport athlete out there for Canton Akron. Weaver, Balestrino, Bell, Morrow, and Lucas Black out for Canton Akron. Face off in the circle to the left of Mold. 9:22 remaining here, first period. We're scoreless. And Delta will win this one. He'll take a shot. Pad saved by Mold. He'll sail back to the near boards. Delta keeping it in the zone, and they'll have it knocked away. As Balestrino got tripped up, shot, and it's going to be a glove save by Mold. Tony Guadagno taking the shot from the blue line right into the glove of the senior netminder for CAK. Milne to take the face off for Delta. They'll take this one against Dab. From behind the goal line, it'll be Morrow. Morrow trying to get it out of the zone, and we're going to have a shot from behind. And a penalty upcoming, 2-on-1, as they'll feed this one over. Try to take the shot. Deacon Johnson couldn't get the angle, and it'll be in the lower right corner as we have a delayed penalty. And the clock will stop with 8:50 left here, first period. And the Canton Akron Jets will go to their first power play of the day. First penalty for either team here. So checking from behind. I didn't know if you were asking me or telling me. All right, so the faceoff to come to the right. Here is Delta now with possession. They're going to hit the zone. Odd man rush. And Sip will pick this one up. He'll take it back. And Canton Akron will set this one up on the power play. Weaver through center. He'll go from board to board. He'll try to work around Cohen Waldschmidt. Puck to the near boards now, tied up. That'll be Stagmeyer. From behind the net. Trying to work to him. LaChance taking the shot from the left of Tack. It'll be knocked away. This one will ride the rails. It'll stay in. No whistle. And Sif setting this up for Canton Akron. And Sif going to drop this one for Weaver. Weaver again through center. Working to the far side. Back to the inside. He'll lose the puck, and Delta will clear this one all the way down ice. 1 minute left on the power play for Canton Akron. 7:48 left here in the first period. Weaver on the near side, who have a chance to his left. Barbieri now with the puck top to the circle, and he'll drop it down to the board, but it'll be slowed down as Weaver tried to get to it. Battling in the lower right corner now. The Delta players trying to rip it away from him. Weaver now from behind the goal line, looking for Barbieri in the slot. Couldn't get the pass off. 7:28 left here first period. 35 seconds left on the power play. And Stagmeyer will grab this from behind the goal line. Try to feed it in the slot. Actually, he'll send it D to D to the far side. Weaver looking out to Black. Black at the blue line. He'll drop this one along the boards, and it'll be cleared out of the zone by Delta. 20 seconds left on the man advantage for Canton Akron. 7:06 left first period. Black down the near boards. Dorschevold there as well, waiting for the feed in the slot. Black will take it all the way around. And from the blue line, he'll feed it into the slot. Barbieri with the shot, and it's going to ricochet. Off Tack. He'll take another shot. And it was Chavold trying to get a sharp angle shot off the ricochet, but the clock will stop with 6:46 left here, first period. And the Delta College prep team will clear. We're back to 5-on-5. Balestrino, Black, Pryor, Craven, and Bell out. They'll drop this one to the left of Tack. Lucas Black in there for the faceoff. We'll bring this out to center. Delta try to bring it through, but Lucas Black there poking it away. He'll slow this one down to center, and it's going to have to be Waldschmidt, Cohen Waldschmidt, that will reset this one. We have two of those. Dryden Waldschmidt also on the team for Delta. From behind the net of Tack. He'll send this one back out. They'll feed it. Delta through center. Dab there. Craven taking away the angle as well. They'll work around him, take the shot, and it will go wide right of the cage. Puck tied up on the near boards. Let's go down to the Jets' defensive zone here. 6 minutes left, first period. We'll send this one back out. Ethan Bell trying to send it on cross ice. Try to get it to Sebastian Dab. Let him too much, and it'll be Delta now. Cohen Waldschmidt with the puck. He and Dab will collide down behind the goal line as Chavold will step in and try to feed it across, but he'll run into a Delta player to redirect it, but Chavold will be able to gather it back up. Nifty little move behind the net. He'll try to get it out to Deacon Johnson. Johnson with the drop pass back to Chavold, and it'll be tied up against the far boards with 5:30 left here, first period. Chavold now getting free and working to the near side. Canton Akron looking for somebody in the slot. Nobody there. Puck loose. And Lucas Milne now will send this one to the far side. Delta will clear this one. They'll go for a change. Canton Akron trying to clear this out of the zone. Delta, though, making it back here. Sebastian Dab now with the puck. He'll have it knocked away and picked up by Jack Pryor. Pryor into the zone. He'll take a bump, but he'll keep up with the puck from behind the net. Try to feed it into Deacon Johnson in the slot. Couldn't get there, and the puck will sail all the way back down. Max Morrow, closest one to it. He'll have Stagmeyer opposite him, and he'll get it over to Ollie Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer dropping it right back. Puck kind of ricocheting sloppily around right now as Morrow tried to bounce it off, but it's going to go off Stagmeyer and sail back around the kick plate to the far side. Aiden Lenko, the closest one to it for Delta. Doris feeding this through center. He tried to get it to Stagmeyer. Went off Stagmeyer, sticking down behind the goal line. Trey Klein there for Delta to recover it. Back out to center, right to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer tried to clear back into the zone, but it's going to go off a Delta player and sail back to Max Morrow in the defensive zone. Puck loose, coming in near Connor Mold, but he'll take a shot from down on the ground, and it'll go over the head of the CAK netminder. From behind the net, LaChance dropping this one to the far side. Weaver there. We'll have to have it set back to him by Doris. Puck sent all the way across ice. Going to be poked away by Blusack. And we'll get a whistle with 3:50 left here in the first period. We're scoreless here in the first period. Jets trying to shake off the rust of a couple-week layoff. I'll drop this one just outside. Jets offensive zone. It'll sail back in. And it's going to be Benson with the shot. And right into the belly. Of the Delta netminder. Alex Tack swallowing that one up. They'll drop it to the left of him. And it'll be Rossi nicely for the faceoff for Canton Akron. Puck coming through center. And now it's going to be Tyler Paul. Paul working from the right side of Connor Mold. He'll lose the puck. And Rossi nicely feed it all the way across ice. Try to get it to Sif. Sif couldn't get a good pass off. And Delta will recover this as they bring it out to center. Deacon Johnson there. They'll bounce around here. Puck loose and it'll sail back behind the goal line. Behind Tack. 3:16 left here. First period. We are scoreless. As Sif trying to pick this one up, but he'll be back up by nicely. Barbieri with the opportunity for the shot. And it'll go off attack and up into the netting. And the clock will stop at 3:04. Left here. First frame. Canton Akron finally getting going on the shots here. 10 for Delta, 9 for CAK as Lucas Black will take this faceoff to the right of Tack. Delta will win this one cleanly. They'll bring it through center. Milne back out to the blue line. This will sail all the way back. Delta will have to reset in their own defensive zone. 2:52 left here, first period. As the puck will ricochet from around, and we'll get a whistle. Got a crowd mic out there today, so you may pick up a little bit of what's going on. Some conversation between the officials and the players, or maybe between the players. The pleasantries that will be exchanged. To the left of Tack. Black takes a shot. No rebound. And they'll work from behind the net. Looking for somebody in the slot. Nobody there. And it'll be Ethan Bell in position, waiting. Black tried to feed it to him. It's going to go off a Delta player and sail back out to the blue line. Weaver going to chip it down, keep it in the zone as Ethan Bell from the far side. Had it, and we're going to get a whistle. And it's going to be a holding call. Coming up against Don Balestrino. So Don Balestrino, the sophomore out of Mineral Ridge High School in Trumbull County, will head to the box. Canton Akron will go to the penalty kill. Craven, Pryor, Black, and LaChance will be out for Canton Akron. Craven making the transition from forward to defenseman this year. Pretty much out of necessity. Simpson taking the face off. They'll take this one against LaChance. LaChance sending it back out to the corner, out to the blue line. Delta on the far side. They're going to cycle it around. Dropping it back to the far circle. Back out to the blue line. Tried to send it D to D, and this could be an opportunity for Lucas Black. Black had an opportunity, but Tack coming out and playing, and will send it back out to center. An excellent play by the Delta netminder. Craven one-on-one now as he'll get some help from LaChance. And Canton Akron will sit this one on. Black with an opportunity. One-on-one with Tack. Backhands it. And it's going to be stopped. Okay, the net will come off its moorings. With 1:27 left here on the man advantage for Delta. 1:56 left here in the first period. Lucas Black with a couple of opportunities. Black not showing any fatigue from his West Branch High School playoff game last night in football. Back out to the blue line. They'll send this down around the corner. Delta will recover it. Sent back out to center. Craven the closest one to it. It will sail all the way back behind the goal line. And it'll be icing coming up against Delta. 1:15 left on the man advantage for the Delta College prep team. 1:44 left here in the first period. So Craven, Pryor, LaChance, and Ethan Bell out for the special teams for Canton Akron. Delta going to win this one, bring it behind the net, and set it up. As Ethan Bell, he'll try to take the path away. Puck mishandled, and it'll come out the center, but Delta will have it again. They will work it through. That'll be Milne. Milne from the near side. Craven in front of him. Craven working through the circle, trying to work around Mold, and It'll be swept away and down ice. Net wide open now as Pitak had the puck. He'll head back. Risky play. There's now Craven again in the way of Simpson. He'll send this one around the kick plate with 36 seconds left on the power play. And we're going to get a whistle as the net will come up the moorings by Connor Mold. Craven will toss this one to the official. It'll get to him this time. On the face-off to the right of Mold. 33 seconds left here, first period. Or excuse me, on the power play for Delta. 1:02 left in the first frame. LaChance taking the face-off. Dropping this one, he'll go behind Craven, around the net and out to Pryor. Pryor chipping this one down here, and it's going to go into the bench of Canton Akron, and we'll get the whistle with 25 seconds left on the penalty kill for CAK. 54.2 seconds left first period. We are scoreless here. Craven, Dab, Deacon Johnson now out for Canton Akron. And Pryor trying to tie this one up from behind the net. He'll lose it. It'll be Vendetto trying to feed it across the face of Connor Mold, but it'll end up being ricocheted all the way back. Attack with just 38 seconds left here in the first period. Send this to the near side. Farman with it. He'll drop this one to Vendetto. Vendetto kind of taking a shot there, went left of the net. Craven now trying to clear it out of the zone. Won't get it very far, but he'll be backed up by Sebastian Dab. Dab through center, has Johnson to his right. Takes the shot, sharp angle shot, puck still loose, and it'll be pushed out the center as Gage Weaver will come in and rescue this. Weaver sending this D to D. He'll send it to the far side to Max Morrow. Morrow, Chabot tried to bank it off the board, didn't get all of it. And that will bring us to the end of the first period here in Canton. After one, we are scoreless. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to Canton Akron Jets Hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia1 Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia1 Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia1 Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
Braden LaChance. He'll take the face-off for CAK to get this one started. He'll take it against Simpson. The puck will sail back into the Delta defensive zone. Picked up by Klein. Klein chased by Stagmeyer to the near side. He'll be bumped off the puck by LaChance. Weaver now kicking this one back into the offensive zone for CAK. But Guadano now with it. He'll be chased down by the other number 9, Ollie Stagmeyer. Delta now through center. Weaver in the way. No pass really. He'll be poked away. And Canton Akron now with an opportunity for a 2-on-1 if they move. Stagmeyer takes it, feeds it over, takes a shot, and it's going to go in! It'll go on the ricochet over the head of Tack. And sometimes better lucky than good. As Mason Doris gets the feed from Ollie Stagmeyer, and we break the stalemate. CAK takes a 1-0 lead with 14:28 left here in the second period. And this is game 1 of a doubleheader today. Have college football also over on Western Reserve Radio. Mark means. And Professor Ryan Briggs of Grove City College football. Stagmeyer taking the face-off against Benedetto. Can't accurate, chipping this one down into the zone. And it'll be chased down by Kreshkovic. That's an easy one to say. And from behind the net now, it'll be Benedetto. He'll be knocked off the puck. It'll sail around the kick plate. And it'll drift out the center. Weaver tried to get it back down near the slot there, but it'll go off the chest of Benedetto. He didn't see it coming. And for Delta, now into the zone to the right of Connor Mold. Take a sharp angle shot. Blocker side saved by Mold. And it'll ride through the slot and back out to center. There's Kovic. We'll send this one back down in the Jets defensive zone, picked up by Gage Weaver. Weaver, the senior out of Strasburg, Ohio, will send this one all the way down. It'll go off the stick. The Delta player, no icing coming up. Tyler Benson with a big shot here. No call on the play, I believe. And Delta through center. With the puck, we'll get this to Lenko. Lenko on the near side, but it'll be knocked off the puck. Weaver then will be knocked off the puck as well. Canton Akron now through center with a little bit of speed. Rossi nicely. He'll have Tyler Benson to his right, trying to get it into the zone, but he'll have the puck knocked away. Kreshkovic. On the right, P-tack. Benson tried to take the shot. It'll be back out to the blue line. And it'll be a shot from the blue line. It'll be redirected. Delta will send this through center. Jack Barbieri will set up the CAK offense here with 12:50 left here, second period. And try to bank it off the boards, but it will end up somewhere in the stands. So the clock will stop. 12:48 left here, second period. Canton Akron with a 1-0 lead. I'll drop this one to the left of Mold. Luke Black with the faceoff. He'll take this one against Simpson. 12:48 left in the second period. Got a hold up here, and they will ask Simpson to step out. He'll be replaced by Jake Johnson. Puck to the near side. Delta will win this one clearly. He'll sweep it around the kick plate. Barbieri there. He'll try to get it out of the zone, but it'll be redirected, and it'll be covered up by Connor Mold with 12:38 left here in the second period. Canton Akron 11-3 on the season so far. Delta 1-2 coming into this week. Black again for the face-off for CAK. Delta trying to bank it off the board, trying to keep it in. Barbieri there, providing some resistance. And Lucas Black trying to chip it cross ice. And a ricochet up to Ethan Bell. Bell going to take a shot from beyond. He'll go down. Connor Mold will stop this one. It'll bounce. He'll cover it up with the glove. Clock will stop with 12:17 left. In the second period. Coming up tonight on Western Reserve Radio, 5:45 airtime, 6:05 puck drop. And it'll be the Youngstown Phantoms hosting Sioux Falls Stampede in Game 2 of their weekend series. Phantoms get the 6-2 win last night. They'll try for a sweep this weekend down at the Cabelli Center. Plenty of great tickets still available. 747-PUCK, 747-7825. Give them a call. Some great action on Saturday night there as you get to see the future stars of the NHL. Puck drop to the right of Mold now. 12:10 left second period. So be LaChance. Chance taking the face-off against Sebastian Benedetto. Craven from the near corner. Backing this off the board. Tried to get it out to Shabold. Shabold tried to ricochet it. And he'll actually get it out to Dab. Taking the shot, but it's going to go off the gut of a Delta player. Shot it right into the body. Craven putting it back down into the zone. He'll take a little bit of a bump, keep his feet. And from the far side, Deacon Johnson with the puck. He'll drop it. He'll be backed up, though, and Canton Akron will maintain possession. It'll be sent out to the slot, but the only player there was Aiden Lenko for Delta. Weaver from center will try to ricochet this one back into the zone. Deacon Johnson from the far side had it, but Delta will end up with it on the stick, and it'll sail out to center. Chavold will kick this one back to Craven. Craven will go D to Weaver, now in their defensive zone. Chavold into the zone now, trying to sweep it out. They're going to say offside. And both teams will go for a change. 11:20 remaining here in period 2, game 1. Chance taking the face-off from the offensive side here. LeChance trying to take a shot, but he'll get a back check. Tried a secondary shot, tried to back it off, but it's going to be stopped by Tack, and the clock will stop. 11-11 left in the second period. Stagmeyer now for the face-off to the right of Tack. Stagmeyer stepping in. He'll spin around, try to keep it in. LeChance there as well. Try to get a shot off in the circle, but it'll be ricocheted and kept in the zone by Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer from the far side, trying to work against Waldschmidt. He'll time up against the board. LeChance from the far side, feeding in the slot. Tried to get it to Doris on the backhand shot, but we'll get the whistle. Tack will cover this one up. And the face-off will come to the left of the Delta netminder. Rossi nicely with the that'll be LeChance for the face-off. Puck will be pushed through the circles to the near side. Canton Akron up against the boards now. Everybody tying it up. Here's Stagmeyer there as well. Throwing some bodies around at center, and it's going to be Morrow trying to chase this one on. He'll race Milne, and it'll be set back out by Mold all the way to the other end. And we'll get an icing call coming up against Connor Mold. A little bit too much on there, but did clear it out of the zone as Canton Akron will go for a change, as will Delta with 10:27 remaining. Face off to the right of Mold. Rossi nicely for CAK. This puck will sail across the face of Mold to the near side. Gage Weaver from behind the goal line, sending it across. Sent on a kick like Tyler Benson there, trying to keep it in the zone. Delta dropping it back, and it's going to be Dan Siff with the puck. He'll lose it, and it'll be redirected. Connor Mold working from his right to left with a nice stop. Jack Barbieri from the far right corner. Chip this one out to center. Try to get it to Sipp. It'll be ricocheted. Couldn't get it to him. It'll sail back as Barbieri will get an opportunity again. Drop it to Weaver. Weaver sending it back out to the blue line. Sipp going to blow a tire, but still managed to get up and cover the puck. No battle for it against the far boards. On the far boards to the near right corner. With Sipp recovering the puck now. He'll have nicely to his right. Try to feed it there. And a shot and a beautiful opportunity by Rossi nicely. An even better stop, though, by Tack. And Delta now through center. They'll have an opportunity. Mold coming out to play it. He'll bank this one off the near board out through center. Delta will recover it. Simpson dropping it back. Tyler Benson there as well. Benson trying to keep it in the zone, but he'll sell out to center. Picked up by Johnson. And the puck just sitting at center now. Nobody with possession, and it'll sail to the near boards as Weaver will sweep it across. Bad pass by Weaver. He tried to get it over to Barbieri. Delta will step in, and a great stop by Mold. Puck through center now. It'll high above the heads of a couple of Delta players. Contact on the near board as Lucas Black will make his way to the ice. Trey Klein had the puck. CAK now into the zone. Ethan Bell taking the shot, but it's going to be redirected behind the net. Black there, and he'll send it to the far left corner. Delta now through center. Ethan Bell trying to take the path away, and he'll get a nice play off to Tyler Paul. Paul taking a shot well over the head of Connor Mold. Craven now trying to sweep it from behind the net of Mold, but then picked up by Black. Black beating it out the center. Try to get it to Ethan Bell, just let him a little bit too far, and that'll be Trey Klein now with the puck. He'll lose it. Barbieri takes a shot and stopped. Puck on the near board in our lower left corner, sent out to the far side. Craven there. He'll sweep it back in. And Lucas Black with a shot as he tried to pick up the puck, but Klein's going to ship this one down behind the goal line. Craven to close this one to it. He'll try to work through Rapavi. And we'll get a whistle. And we have a penalty coming up, I believe, but okay. So no penalty. So we got a roughing call coming up against Lucas Black. Black trying to figure out what he did wrong here as he stands outside of the penalty box. So Black will head to the box here. Delta will go to the man advantage. They'll drop this one to the right of Mold. 7:47 left here, second period. Jets with a 1-0 lead. Delta with their second power play of the day. Pryor, Johnson, LaChance, and Craven out. For Canton Akron. Craven trying to clear it. Only get it out to the blue line. Delta will still have it. They'll keep it in the zone, working from the right. On the CAK netminder, Craven. Taking away the lane. They'll ship it back behind the goal line. Trying to look for somebody in the slot. Nobody there. Send it out to the near side. That'll be Lenko with the puck. He'll drop it back down behind the red line. Try to feed it into the slot. Try to get it to Simpson. Couldn't get a shot off. From the circle. They'll take a shot, but it'll be redirected to the near board as Jack Pryor will try to get it to Deacon Johnson. It'll be fed back to center. Through the slot. He'll take a sharp angle shot. Blocker side saved by Mold. 6:58 left here, second period. 1:09 left on the Delta power play. Shot! And it's going to be another beautiful save by Connor Mold. A glove save on a missile sent down there by Aiden Lenko. And we'll get a change as Doris and Stagmeyer will make their way to the ice. Craven and Pryor will stay out defensively for Canton Akron. 1:04 left on the man advantage for Delta. 1-0 is your score. Jets with the lead. Stagmeyer able to clear this one down ice. And it'll be picked up by Waldschmidt. Waldschmidt trying to work around Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer put some pressure on, but he'll recover. He'll deliver a shot. No call on that. Logano now swinging around, taking a shot. Goes off the stick of Mold and up into the netting. 48 seconds left on the Delta power play. One nothing is your score. That came at 7:47 left. 14:28 left in the second period. Doris would get the feed from Stagmeyer. Out to the blue line. Waldschmidt going to drop this one. They're working along the near boards. That'll be Guadano. They'll send it around the boards to the far side. That'll be Benedetto now. He will return the favor. Delta still with the puck. And it will just sail outside of the zone, back out to center. And they'll have to reset. Stagmeyer stepping in, though. Puck loose. Waldschmidt will pick it up. And send it to the near boards. Farman feeding it back to Waldschmidt. Through center. They'll take the shot. It'll go off the shin guard of Craven. Puck to the far side. And CAK will clear it with just 5 seconds left on the man advantage. 5:47 left. We are back to 5-on-5 here, second period. Black coming out of the box. Trying to feed it over to Doris. Doris had it. Black will have to come down into the corner. He'll deliver a shoulder shot. Lucas Black, not shy from any contact. Feed into the slot. A shot by Black, and it's going to go wide right. Had an open net. Didn't put enough English on it. Jack Pryor from center now will have to reset the CAK offense. Through the zone. He's going to have 3 green jerseys in front of him. Tried to work around it, but he'll beat the bell to back him up through the circles. It'll work in front of Tack. Couldn't get to it. It'll sail back around the kick plate to our near side. Back to the slot. Try to feed it to Deacon Johnson. Couldn't get it there. But coming off the bench was Gage Weaver, and he'll push it back behind the goal line where Lucas Black will be. And it'll be knocked off a Black stick and to the near side. Back around the kick plate. Lucas Black from the upper left corner from us. We'll tie this one up in the corner. 4:51 left, second period. Delta finally had the puck, was able to get it out the center, but Gage Weaver recovering it for CAK. They'll send this one D to D. And it'll be shipped behind the net of Tack. Back out to center. Gage Weaver there waiting for it. Again, he'll try to feed it to Balestrino. Balestrino missed it. And there'll be a shot from the Delta defensive zone. Icing the call here. 4:24 left. Second period. Quite the effort shot there from just inside the Delta defensive zone all the way down to the glass on the other end behind Mold. All for naught, though, because we're going to drop this one to the right of Tack as Rossi nicely, Sip, Craven, Barbieri and Tyler Benson will be out for CAK. From behind the net, attack. Benson tied up with Waldschmidt. Puck loose. And try to feed it in the slot. Try to get it to Sif, but it's going to be redirected. Craven chipping her off the boards, keeping it in the zone. It'll go around the stick of Benson. Back around the kick plate. Delta will stop it and send it out to center, where Barbieri will pick it up for CAK and send it back down. But the only player there is Greshkovic. Puck just sailing around here. Really no possession by either team. It's finally Cohen Waldschmidt will have it, but try to have it ripped away by Daniel Sif. And it's going to stay in the zone, just crawl outside the blue line. And set back out to center as nicely was there. Craven tying up players on the board near us. Finally loose and taken out by Tyler Paul. He'll have it ripped away by Dan Sif. Sif drop passing it to Craven. Craven from behind the net. Getting out to Nicely. A little bit too much on it. Nicely couldn't handle it. Sif now. Had it knocked away by Rapavy. Back out to centers. We're back and forth here. Craven trying to work through center. He'll be knocked off the puck by Jason Black. And some contact on the far board. No call as Rossi Nicely delivering some shots. And so a little extracurricular activity on the far side. I think we're finally going to get a whistle, and we may have matching penalties here. See if we can pick up our official. Official trying to explain to both coaching staffs. So it looks like we're going to have matching penalties. The question is, who is it going to be? I believe Rossi Nicely is going to be one of them.
Somebody go.
All right. All right, so Rossi Nicely, Matej Grishkovic will head to the box for matching penalties. So we'll stay at 5-on-5 with 3:01 left here, second period. Jets with a 1-0 lead. All right, so Delta out at the blue line is they will take the face-off to the right of Connor Mold. Craven in there. It'll go off the shin guard of the senior out of Poland Seminary High School. And now CAK feeding it to the far side. Trying to get it into the zone. Dabbed in there as well as, I think that's going to be Deacon Johnson. Puck though loose, and it'll come out of the CAK offensive zone and sent behind the goal line by Aiden Lenko. Picked up a little something from our official, but I don't know what he was talking about. All right, we'll let that one go. 2:31 left here in the second period. We'll drop this just outside the Jets' offensive zone. Stagmeyer for the faceoff for Canton Akron. He'll take this one against Bendetto. Back into the Jets' offensive zone. Doris looking for an option from the far side. Gets it back out to the blue line. CAK keeping it in. Down in the corner. Bertrand will try to send it around a kick plate, but it'll be stopped. And we're going to have an offside here as Jack Pryor just couldn't get to it quick enough to keep it in the zone. We're talking probably centimeters, not even inches here, if you're into the metric system. 2:11 left here, second period here. Jets with a 1-0 lead. Again, game one of a doubleheader. Face off just outside the Jets' offensive zone. Delta will win this one cleanly, 2-on-2 as they enter the zone. And CAK will rip the puck away as LaChance feeds it out to Doris. Doris tried to drop pass it to LaChance, couldn't get to him, but Jack Pryor there to back him up through the zone. Pryor going to be corkscrewed, turned and twisted up. And a shot on goal and a glove save by the CAK ace, Connor Mold. Face off to the right of Mold here. Just 1:49 left here, second period. Not sure if there's going to be a nice cut coming up here between second and third, since this is a doubleheader. I think we started a few minutes late, actually, too. So a shot out of the circle off the blocker of Connor Mold. Thought it was going to go up into the net, but dropped straight down as Balestrino now tries to clear it, get it out to center. And he'll get it to Ethan Bell. Bell backhanding it to Gage Weaver. Weaver into the zone and tries to feed it in the slot. Looking for Lucas Black. Couldn't connect on it. On the far side now. Tied up in the upper left corner from us. Bell now. Puck came loose there. Everybody was tied up. Bell had an opportunity, but too sharp of an angle to take that shot. Delta will chase us from behind the net. Attack. CAK there. Black coming in, delivering a shot. Trying to feed it. Cross ice is Delta. And Trey Klein tried to pick it up, but he'll have his stick lifted. And Delta will send us one around the boards, back through the defensive zone. They'll clear it out the center. 3-on-2 odd man rush here. For Delta, going to take the shot, going to go wide right of the cage. 48 seconds left. Second period. Jets with a 1-0 lead. Black backhanding it, but it'll be Klein. Now through center. Milne trying to work it across the ice here, but backhanded, and Gage Weaver will pick it up and send a D to D to Jack Pryor. About to stick a Black and back to Tack here with just 25 seconds left here in the second period. Puck now sailing all the way around past Max Morrow, and we'll get an icing call. 19.2 seconds left here in period number 2 of game number 1. So face-off to come to the right of Tack. Our new and improved crowd mic here, picking up some of Sean Houston's directions. So D to D as Barbieri takes a shot, going to go over the head of everybody, hit the backboard, and we'll sail to the far side. Dan Siff there. He'll backhand it, try to get it over to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer working from the circle to the left of Tack. We'll lose it. And it'll be Morrow stepped in, tried to keep it here, but CAK won't end up with it as the buzzer will sound as we come to the end of the second period here at the Center Ice Sports Complex in Jackson Township, Ohio. After 2, the Jets take a 1-0 lead into the break. We'll have an ice cut. We'll step aside for a break. We'll come back. We'll give you some numbers, and we'll get you set up for the third period here. You are listening to Canton Akron Jets Hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join the Brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council. Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text.
Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
So, are you enjoying our station? Well, now you can take us along on your mobile device wherever you go.
Wow!
The free Live 365 app is available for both Apple and Android devices.
That sounds like fun. I'll give it a try.
Just go to the Apple app or Google Play Store and download it today.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand score! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Kruger were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday and Saturday 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
The stations that are always ahead of the game. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast. Youngstown, Ohio.
Ice cut time here at the Center Ice Sports Complex in Jackson Township, Ohio. After two periods, the Canton Akron Jets 1-0 lead. Shots on goal, 18 apiece for each team. The only difference here is the goal by Doris on the feed from Stagmeyer went over the head of the Delta netminder. It would give the Jets a 1-0 lead. Penalties coming up for the Canton Akron Jets. Balestrino would head to the box for holding. That came with 2:29 left in the first period. And then two penalties in the second frame for Canton Akron. It would be Lucas Black headed to the box for roughing, coming with 7:47 left. And then Rossi Nicely for roughing. Those would be matching penalties with Matej Grechkovic. Only other penalty for Delta would become at 8:49 of the first period. And that would be Klein headed to the box for checking from behind. Just a few minutes left here before we get to third period action. want to remind you, coming up tonight on Western Reserve Radio, Youngstown Phantoms are back in action as they will take on the Sioux Falls Stampede in Game 2 of their weekend series. Phantoms get the 6-2 win last night. We'll look to sweep the weekend starting at 5:45 with a 6:05 puck drop. 330-747-7825. 330-747-PUCK. Your tickets for some outstanding USHL action right there at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. Want to let everybody know the Youngstown Patricians on November 15th will be at the Westside Bowling Lanes on Mahoning Avenue. They will have a signing party. If you are interested in getting back on the gridiron, you are over the age of 18. Head over there, talk to John Galbraith and crew, as there is an opportunity to get back on the field here. If you are a high school graduate, college experience, even some professional experience, you're just looking to represent your community, Youngstown Patricians are looking for you, all levels. They will get ready for the 2026 season in the PAFL, Premier Amateur Football League. That season will kick off in mid-May of 2026. Youngstown Patricians making the first round of the PAFL playoffs last year. Of course, you can hear all the action of Youngstown Patricians football here on Western Reserve Radio 2. And, of course, over on Western Reserve Radio and City View Sportscast, you can hear Cleveland Cobras football as well. Again, both teams part of the PAFL, and they are working year-round to get those rosters set. Again, that's November 15th at the Westside Bowling Lanes on Mahoning Avenue. If you need further information, go to the Youngstown Patricians Facebook, leave a message. They will get back to you immediately. Again, a very hard-working board there for the Youngstown Patricians as they start the early beginnings of the 2026 season. And for those teams starting to turn into a 12-month-a-year, almost like a job. But nonetheless, Patricians will be representing the Valley. So get out and talk to them. The only thing you need when you show up on November 15th will be an ID. They will give you all the details and maybe get you back on the gridiron here again, representing the Youngstown area. Just a few minutes here before the puck drop. We'll step aside for one more timeout. We come out. Third period action here from the Center Ice Sports Complex in Jackson Township. You are listening to Canton Akron Jets Hockey here on Western Reserve Radio 2, part of the iMedia1 network.
The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand score! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia1 Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and CityView Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia1 Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia1 Network, your sports app in the Valley.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Into the defensive zone, although Doris there to sweep it away as we just get underway here, third period. Let you know over on Western Reserve Radio with Mark Means and the Professor Ryan Briggs, the Grove City Wolverines have a 14-7 lead over Case Western Reserve. As this puck now down behind the net of Connor Mold, he'll be in the net to our left. Attack to our right. Delta trying to work it through center, but it's going to be taken by Stagmar. Stagmar trying to feed it forward, trying to get it to Barbieri. Couldn't get to it. It'll be now recovered by Delta. They'll try to work it back out to center. And Doris had an opportunity, turned the wrong way, lost the angle on it. And Lucas Milne will be the closest one to it. However, he'll lose it to Doris. Doris from behind Mold. He'll cough this one up. He'll take a shot from the circle, and Mold will stop that one. He'll swallow it up. So he'll take the shot from the left circle. And the clock will stop with 14:01 left here in the third period. This is just game one of a doubleheader today. Jets with a 1-0 lead. 5 o'clock puck drop scheduled for the second one. We'll try to get as close to that as possible. As Kent Akron now through center. They'll win this one cleanly. Feeding it out to Tyler Benson. Benson from the left of attack. Feeds it in the slot. Couldn't get it to connect. And Craven now coming off the bench. Trying to get to the puck, but Rossi nicely will back him up, and his puck will circle behind the goal line as Max Morrow bounces one off the boards, and it'll sail out to center. Kent Akron now with the puck. Benson trying to send it down the boards, gives it to Siv. Siv takes a shot, and it's going to go off the shin pad of Krajovic. Through center, it's going to be a shot by Morrow. In the front of the net, going to be swept away by Delta. Delta now trying to get it out, but Max Morrow step in and send it behind. Attack is Rossi nicely there as well. He'll try to beat Waldschmidt to it. Puck to the circle to the right of Attack. The puck will sail out. Craven tried to keep it in, but it'll sail out to center. Morrow now going to have to chase down Farman with it. It's going to be loose. Mold's going to come far out and play this one, send it off the boards, and it's going to be Ethan Bell, closest one to it. He'll have to beat Bertrand to it. He'll sail around the kick plate to the far side. Black tried to keep it in off his stick, but it'll sail out to center. Max Morrow will just chip this one down into the zone. He had Gage Weaver to his left with too much traffic in between. And now from behind the net. Jack was trying to sneak around there, but taking a risk on that. CAK keeping it into the zone. Out to center. Shot from the blue line. Jake Johnson will go wide right of the cage around Mold. Back out to center. Black tried to send a pass over to Bell, but led him too far. Now from behind the goal line of Attack. Out to the circle. Delta will bring it through the zone. Gage Weaver there. Weaver will sweep it away and get it out to Ethan Bell. Bell looking to feed it to Black. Black on the near board. Works to the circle. Works around a couple of green jerseys. Will have it pushed away by Simpson. Weaver from the top of the circle, chipping back down to Ethan Bell. Bell taking a bump. Puck trickled over to the left side of the net, but didn't have much on it. Ethan Bell keeping it into the zone for the Canton Akron Jets. He'll be knocked off the puck and knocked down. Lucas Milne with the defensive play, but now Jack Pryor chipping it back down on his own. Tack stepping out. He'll slow it down at the goal line, picked up by Guadano. From around the kick plate. Weaver had an opportunity, but Sebastian Dabb now reaching in for Delta. He'll try to force it out to center, and now it's going to be Johnson. Johnson taking the shot. It's going to be a stick save by Connor Mold. It'll go to the right, and the net will come off its moorings, and the clock will stop with 11:19 left here in the game. Jets with a 1-0 lead. Keep you updated on the Grove City Wolverine situation there as they take on Case Western Reserve. Grove City now with a 20-7 lead over Case Western. over on the Wolverine Sports Network on Western Reserve Radio. Deacon Johnson from the near side, trying to send it into the zone. He'll get it to Craven. Craven working it through center. He'll try to drop pass it to Dab, but it's going to be picked up by Delta. Craven's going to chase him down. He wants that one back. And back out to center. Delta on the near side. That'll be Benedetto. Benedetto couldn't work around Dab. Puck loose on the near board. And now through center will be Jack Barbieri. Barbieri chipping this one off the board and down behind the goal line. He'll battle through it. And from the top of the circle, try to take a shot, but he was going to be knocked off balance. And Deacon Johnson from the near right corner had the puck there. Now he'll sweep it back behind the net of Tack. Picked up by Gajovic. To the far board, Deacon Johnson sent this one down in the circle, but Delta recovering it from the slot, sending it back out. And he'll get this out. Jonas Farman. Farman at the blue line, running into some traffic. Dab working down the near board, but he'll have 3 green jerseys on front of him. As we'll have a penalty coming up against Delta, and it's going to be a slashing call as the Canton Akron Jets get the penalty. They were going for a change.
10 green, got a splash.
And that'll be Jake Johnson, as our official said so eloquently. So Chavold, Bell, Black, Benson, and Sebastian Dab for the power play. Dropping it to the right of Tack. 10-11 left here, third period. Benson, circle to the right of Tack. They'll try to set this one up, drop behind Bell. Bell looking for an option, back to Benson. Benson rotating it around. He'll get it to Black. Black at the blue line, couldn't hold on to it, and it'll sail back in there. The Jets will have to vacate the zone. They'll hold on to the puck. That will take some time off. He'll send it to the far side to Benson. Benson trying to work the 2 green jerseys, drops it, but Chavold there. And Bell tried to pick it up here, and Delta will clear it. And Coach Sean Houston replacing the entire power play team, as Weaver will try to work this one back. So Weaver from the far side has Stagmeyer, but he'll drop this one to Barbieri. Barbieri back into the slot, looking for the shot, had an opportunity. Tried to chip it in on the right side, and it went wide right of the cage. Weaver trying to get it past the Delta player, trying to feed it to Barbieri. Couldn't get out there. Black trying to keep it in the zone, reaches out just far enough for Delta to grab it. They'll bring it through center. Stagmeyer with the back check. Loosen up the puck. And Ollie Stagmeyer feeding it out to Braden LaChance. LaChance into the zone, working through 3 green jerseys, and he'll have the puck knocked away. He'll maintain possession, but they'll have to send it back out to the blue line and reset. Weaver across to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer dropping it for Sif. They'll send it back across to Weaver. Weaver from the blue line. Back to the low side. 22 seconds left here. And a shot by Sif. And it's going to go wide left of the cage. Went off of Tack. Couldn't get the rebound here. Stagmeyer from the blue line will go D to D. He'll get it to Dan Sif. 9 seconds left on the power play. Shot in front of the net. And LaChance from the left of Tack, looking for another opportunity. And tried to get it over to Sif, but couldn't connect on the pass. And Stagmeyer will get the whistle. There's going to be a penalty coming up. They tried to get Connor Mold off the ice, but Mold saw something else. And with 8:07 left here in the third period, we'll get a clock stoppage as the Canton Akron Jets will go to their second power play. We'll try to get a call from our official. All right, so he wanted to whisper this one. The tripping call coming up against Delta. This one against Tyler Paul. They'll drop it to the right of Tack. Canton Akron with the power play. The chance. Sailing it back through center. He'll set up for Benson. Benson along the far board. He'll hold up and wait for the rest of the special teams to get in there. Bell in the upper right corner. Nothing there. He'll have LaChance, the blue line. LaChance setting to the far side, back to Benson. Benson across to Chavold. Chavold trying to keep it in there. He'll send it back to the far side of Tyler Benson. Benson from the top of the circle, drop behind the goal line. Canton Akron from the far side. Working it back over to LaChance. 7:30 left here, third period. 1:20 left on the power play. Trying to feed it in the slot from Chabot, but he's going to whiff on the shot. And it'll still be loose as Chabot will pick it up in the upper right corner. He'll send it back out to the blue line. Ethan Bell with it. He'll drop it back down to the far right corner. Benson taking a shot from behind. No call on that. And the puck will be cleared. Connor Mold will come out and play it. Along the near board, Delta will keep it in the zone. Contact there is LaChance. Will take a shot at Simpson. Puck loose. Ethan Bell there, though. He'll have Chabot in front of him. He'll work around Chabot and get it down back into the zone with 6:50 left, third period. 40 seconds left on the man advantage for Canton Akron. 1-0 is your score. Jets with the lead. And Weaver from behind the net of Connor Mold, bringing this forward with some speed. He'll have shift to his far side. He'll have it picked from him. Stagmeyer there, and Connor Mold coming out to play it. And it almost took the head of the coaching staff off of the Canton Akron Jets. They had to go dig for that puck as we get half the staff laughing and the other half staff thankful they didn't take one to the head. All right, so we'll have the face off to the left of Connor Mold. Lucas Black will take the face off for CAK. Puck down. He'll win the face off against Johnson. And for Canton Akron, they will send this one down there, and it's going to go off the stick, but they're going to say icing. With 8 seconds left on the man advantage for Canton Akron. 6:15 left here, third period. Stagmeyer, Weaver, Siff, Black, and Barbieri. Jake Johnson taking a face-off for Delta. Canton Akron from behind the net. They'll drop this one. They'll set it up and try to get it out to center. They'll clear the penalty. However, Lucas Black trying to work down into the zone. Has Weaver there. Stagmeyer working back into the slot, trying to be an option. Couldn't get it. Couldn't anything done. Barbieri from the blue line. We'll try to battle for it, but he'll head out to center. And the Jets will have to vacate the zone as Weaver will pick it up and send it back to his defensive zone. Morrow off the board. Send it to Delta. Delta now with an opportunity to take a shot, and it's going to be stopped by Connor Mold. .5:39 left here, third period. And we have the draw to the left of Mold. Chance taking the face off. Craven will make his way back there. Doris will be there. Stagmeyer, LaChance, and Pryor for CAK. Canton Akron up against the near boards. They'll tie this puck up, and it'll be freed up out the center. Hard pass to Simpson. He couldn't handle it. Now there's a battle for it down in the Jets zone. They'll take a shot. Doris tried to take a shot, but it's going to go off of a Delta player before it got the tack. And now Delta with some speed on the left side of Mold. Canton Akron with the back check. They'll take a shot. Pad save by Mold from behind the net. Another pad save as Doris will race Krzovic for the puck. And Canton Akron will have possession. Jack Pryor going to send this one down behind the goal line. He'll chip it into the zone. 4:51 left here, third period. Delta trying to send it across. Canton Akron going to keep it in, but Delta going to end up with it. Krzovic will have it. LaChance will poke it off his stick, and it'll end up back on the stick of Tack. He'll try to send this one out. Delta from the far side. It's at the Canton Akron. Sebastian Dabb tuck it into the zone. They called it offside, but I didn't see anybody in there. All right, so 4:27 left here, third period. Jets holding on to the 1-0 lead. And Sebastian Dabb for the faceoff just outside of the Jets' offensive zone. Barbieri, Johnson, Weaver, and Chavold. As Alex Tack will come out and play this one. Feed it in the slot, and Dabb trying to take a shot. Stopped by the Delta netminder and sent all the way back. No icing coming up here. Barbieri will bring it from behind the net of Mold. Weaver trying to center on the kick plate. He'll take a shot, and we'll have a penalty delayed penalty coming up as Connor Mold will head to the bench. Extra attacker on the ice now for CAK. Weaver on the defensive zone, heading it to Sip. Sip feeding it forward. He'll get it to Deacon Johnson. Johnson will lose it. And Trey Klein will grab the puck, bringing the clock to a halt at 3:44. Farman going to head to the box for 2 minutes. 3:44 left here, third period. Face off to the right of Tack. Guess we'll call this checking from behind for Farman. And a chance taking the face off, and it'll be cleared all the way to the other end of the ice as Sip will race for it. He'll be chased down by Benedetto. Benedetto putting some pressure on, but LaChance will set this one up from behind the net. He'll try to bring it into the zone through center. LaChance working between two green jerseys, took the shot, but it's going to be a pad save by Tack. Canton Akron drop passing it to Weaver. Weaver in the far right corner as Barbieri gets it out to Stagmeyer at the point. Stagmeyer going D to D. He'll send it to the far side. Sip taking a shot. It's going to bounce around. It's going to go in. LaChance on the rebound shot. Converts on the power play. 2-0 is the score in favor of the Jets. 3:08 left here in the third period. First for either team today converting on the power play. And the Jets, 2-0 here with 3:08 left in the game. Nicely to take the face off. He, Benson, Sip, Craven, and Morrow out for Canton Akron. Johnson from the far side takes a shot. It's from the left side. And it's going to go over the shoulder of Connor Mold. And Delta gets on the board with 2:56 left here in the third period. Cohen Waldschmidt buries one over the left shoulder of Connor Mold. Just like that, it's a 2-1 score in favor of Canton Akron. Sebastian Dab to take the face off for CAK. Under 3 minutes to play here, third period. Canton Akron with possession, try to sweep it out of their defensive zone. Dab, sweep it over, it'll be picked up by Delta. Delta looking for the backhand. And the puck loose down in the lower left corner. Craven will take a shot from behind. He'll go down. A shot, it's going to go over the right shoulder of Mold through the slot. And another attempted shot by Delta, stopped by Mold. Fighting in a phone booth right now is Connor Mold taking shots from about 4 feet away. This net puck will head up into the net. And the clock will stop with 2:24 left in the game. Again, game one of a doubleheader today. As we'll drop this one to the right of Mold. Milne and Black for the faceoff. It'll sail out to center. Delta will chase this one down. Trey Klein feeding it back over to Guadano. Guadano drop back to Klein. Klein trying to get in the zone. Stopped by Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer had an opportunity, couldn't gather it up. But he's got Doris in the slot. It's going to ricochet. Black tried to poke it in, and he couldn't get past Winfred Simpson. From the far right corner, Klein with it. Stagmeyer, they're going to reach in, send it back out. Black, try to drop pass it, nobody there. It'll sail back out to center and back to the top of the circle where Delta will pick it up, bring it through center, and we'll get knocked off the puck in the neutral zone. And Canton Akron will chip this one down to Tack. He'll wait for it to cross the goal line, and we'll get the whistle with 1:42 left here in the third period. Icing coming up against CAK. We'll drop this one to the left of Connor Mold here. After a 2-0 lead, Delta gets a shot over the left shoulder of Connor Mold. They cut the lead to 2-1. And now looking to tie this one up. As it looks like Delta is going to take a timeout. 1:42 left here, third period. We'll take a timeout as well. You are listening to Canton Akron Jets Hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRTB, The Scourge.
Left here, third period faceoff coming to the left of Mold. Canton Akron with possession from behind the net over on Western Reserve Radio. That game is not over yet. The Grove City Wolverines lead Case Western Reserve 21-14 now. Case putting a touchdown up, cutting the Grove City Wolverine lead to 7. As we'll get a whistle. Clock will stop with 1:32 left. Faceoff to come to the left of Mold. Excuse me, they'll drop this one to the right. My bad. Building for the face-off against LaChance. Pryor from behind the net. Trying to work it through the defensive zone. He'll get it out to center. Pryor through the neutral zone. Will drop this one to Bell. Bell takes a shot. It's going to go high over the cage. Over the right side of Tack. To the far side as the puck sails around LaChance. Against the board. Send this back to Klein. Klein had it, but it was going to have it knocked off his stick by Ethan Bell. Delta had an opportunity to keep it in, but it's going to be chipped out of bounds by Sebastian Dabb. This is going to go up over the glass. 1:01 left in the game. Jets with a 2-1 lead. Faceoff will come just outside the Jets' defensive zone. It'll be Braden LaChance. For CAK taking the draw. They'll take this one against Simpson. Delta with the clean win. They'll go D to the far side. Stagmeyer, they're putting pressure on there. Delta had to readjust. Klein had it, and he'll be under pressure. Stagmeyer again stepping in, and he'll chip this one off the boards on the far side with 44 seconds left. Canton Akron trying to keep this puck on the other side of the ice. Stagmeyer there again, but he'll lose it. It'll be up to Jack Pryor. Pryor behind the net of Connor Mold, trying to send around the kick plate. Delta will keep it in. LaChance tried to reach in to grab it. Puck still loose from the circle, and there's going to be a shot and covered up by Mold. With just 23.6 seconds left here in game number 1 of the day. Some new technology, great crowd, Mike, let me tell you. So LaChance for the faceoff for CAK to the left of Mold. Sending it out to the near side, just outside the zone, and they're going to call it offside, and Black's going to step in and put a shot on him. No call by the official. Lucas Black, the defensive back for West Branch. Took a little soft punch by Aiden Lenko. No call on that. Not sure if Lucas Black's the one you want to try that with, but all right. So game getting a little chippy here with just 17.6 seconds left. Jets with a 2-1 lead. And the faceoff coming out just outside the Jets' defensive zone. LaChance sending this one back through the neutral zone. Chipped by Lenko back into the zone. CAK with it. They'll send it all the way down to the net. Towards the empty net. It's going to go wide right. And the clock will stop with 6.9 seconds left. Delta will bring on the extra attacker. Attack will head to the bench. We'll keep the net empty as we'll have the draw to the left of Connor Mold. Craven, Black, Stagmeyer, LaChance, and Weaver out for Canton Akron. 2-1 is the Jets lead. 6.9 seconds left here, third period. Chance reaching in there. Puck loose to the left of Mold. and he'll sweep in front of them, and they'll try to tie it up against the boards, and that will bring us to the end of this one. The Jets get out of game one with a 2-1 win over the Delta College Prep team. This one coming down to the final seconds. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. We come back, we'll give you the numbers, and we'll set you up for game number 2 here today in this doubleheader. You are listening to Canton Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio 2, part of the iMedia1 network.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia1 Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia1 Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia1 Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras.
The stations that are always ahead of the game. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast. Youngstown, Ohio.
Back here as we wrap up game number 1 of this doubleheader here at the Center Ice Sports Complex in Jackson Township. Take a look at the numbers here as they occurred. It will be the Canton Akron Jets getting on the board just 32 seconds into the second period on a Doris goal. He got the feed from Stagmeyer. Will give the Jets a 1-0 lead. With 3:08 left in the third period, it would be LaChance converting on the power play. They will give the Jets the 2-0 lead, but not to be outdone as Walshman would bury one for Delta with 2:56 left in the game. It would make the score 2-1. That would be your final here in game number 1. Connor Moldel stopped 27 out of 28 shots. He would get the win. Tech would take the loss. He stopped 21 out of 23. Game 2 coming up here, scheduled for a 5 p.m. puck drop. Join us here, of course, on the iMedia1 Network app, free for iOS and Android. Of course, you can tune into our Facebook social media pages to listen live as well. And if you see fit, you can go to the Live 365 Network app as well. Look for Western Reserve Radio 2. So for Caitlin Mold, I'm Jim Craven. We will see you back here just right around 4:50 for game 2 of this doubleheader. Your final score in game number 1, the Canton Akron Jets, they get the 2-1 win over Delta Prep. And we will see you all back here in just a couple of hours.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of Western Reserve Radio. And we now return to our regularly scheduled programming.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.